Let's dive deeper into the essence of Stiriken Horokhoes Cultural Market Day. Now joining us is Steffi Skrywer from the ṭhNīsa comes Damaradi, an inspirational entrepreneur ready to share their passion and of course their story with us. Welcome to the Daily Roundup, Skrywer.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. I must say I'm really proud of myself for having made so many attempts to pronounce that right. But please, how is it really pronounced? Is it just say it for us?
ṭhNīsa comes Damaradi.
Wow, interesting. And what does that stand for?
It stands for Proud Windhoek Damara Woman.
Oh, interesting.
Yes.
Very well. So tell us, what inspired the Stiriken Horokhoes Cultural Market Day, and what do you hope for the attendees who are going to be attending this event?
All right. The Stiriken Horokhoes is actually a concept that was presented to the Damara Ladies Committee last year already. Yeah. We have a sitting committee that comes up with projects that focus on preserving, restoring and protecting the Damara dress, amongst which we normally identify social ills to tie into addressing those social ills. We are looking particularly for Windhoek at the Cultural Market Day, which encompasses, upon research that we have identified, our cultural entrepreneurs do not have access to the market, or rather don't have platforms to showcase their artifacts and cultural stuff. So that's how we came up with the concept of the Stiriken Horokhoes Cultural Market, specifically for Windhoek.
Very well. And can you tell us about the traditional Damara dishes that you will be showcasing? I'm sure everybody will be looking forward to. Apart from looking at the beautiful dresses, we want to talk about the dishes, of course, as well, and what drinks will be served there, what traditional stuff are going to be served there. What can you tell us about that?
The interesting thing about this event is that on the 20th of April, which is this coming Saturday, this particular event will not only be hosted in Windhoek, but throughout the rest of the country. Like I stated earlier on, there's a sitting committee that sort of like guides us with the events calendar around the protection, preservation and restoring elements of the dress. So we are looking forward to having the donkey meat, which everybody is so fond of, which is a delicacy basically. We're looking at stuff like kenyas, we're looking at traditional dumplings with goat meat, we're looking at gomasam, which is a traditional butter, one can say, and homemade bread and traditional brews, ginger beer and sour milk, and lots of traditional, different types of Damara traditional cuisine. I know that a lot of people are not very exposed, and this is basically the platform where we also want and invite the public to experience these delicacies, to understand where we're coming from and how we prepare our dishes. We would also have live preparations of some of the dishes.
Very well, interesting. But tell us more about the Damara traditional dress. What does it actually signify, and what does it mean, and how significant is it? And of course, also just aligning it to this event that you of course are expecting to have this weekend. How important is it to, of course, showcase not only the dress, but of course the Damara tradition as well, and the lady who's wearing it?
All right. In terms of the dress it symbolizes what we have now bestowed it as unity. It symbolizes unity. Over the years, we've experienced that the dress was not fondly worn, especially amongst the young folks, and it was of utmost importance to revive and restore, preserve and protect. Hence why we had been very aggressive around the projects with the dress. How we tie in this is to ensure that we do not also neglect the cultural heritage in terms of our norms, beliefs and other supporting elements around our culture. So we only did not focus on the dress, but we used the dress as a symbol of unity to tie in all the cultural aspects that make us who we are, and to just instill pride in the Damara people. And significantly, the dress is tied to rituals, hence why our dress is not retail market ready. Funny enough, I remember when, may his soul rest in peace, when we buried the late, the dress was trending. Our former president, the late Dr. Hage Kenkop, may his soul rest in peace. The dress started trending, but momentously, when we wear the dress, the black dress, for example, it's for mourning purposes, hence why you wouldn't find on an ordinary day for that particular dress to be worn. So the Stiriken Horokhoes is also significantly known for women having made it hand embroidered. Stiriken actually means hand embroidery. Hand embroidered these dresses for special occasions. So we're reintroducing this dress to our community to ensure that women are embracing and accentuating the element of beauty and the mere fact that hand embroidery was a thing of the past and what our elders did. We want to embrace that moment by celebrating this dress, hence why we came up with this initiative.
Interesting, very much interesting story, and I'm sure a lot of young people who would make the time to attend this one.
Definitely.
Would of course have a lot of education, of course, a lot to learn from it. If we look at what does it mean to you to be the guardian of the age-old traditions and pass it down to ancestral knowledge, to not only through crafts but also culinary creations that, of course, you also mentioned that they're also going to be showcased at the event.
So what it means to me as a young folk is it's of utmost importance. I believe as a young Namibian, the time is already now to just reflect back on who you are, where you're coming from, because at the end of the day, culture dictates our identities. As much as we want to escape it and westernize things, it's never going to be the same because it's bestowed upon you by your ancestors. It's ancestral inheritance at the end of the day. So apart from learning how our artifacts are prepared, there's some ancestral knowledge around it that governs it, that protects it. And trust me, once you start connecting as a young folk, you understand and deeply start getting attached to this type of initiatives as you grow into it. And it makes it so much more easier for you not to lose track, because we, at the end of the day, preserving for generations to come. What it also means is that we are trying to evoke amongst all the other Namibian cultures to also just wake up and start doing as we're supposed to identify where we're coming from, to preserve it, to restore it, because diluting it is becoming a problem when we look at how things are going. Everything is becoming digital, and yes, it comes with its advantages, but there are certain disadvantages that come with that too. If we are not protecting and also ensuring that this is preserved for future generations to come, what are we going to have to basically look back on? What are we going to show our kids? What's left for the generation that's coming? If we are not able to have the conversations with our elders now and restore and preserve as much as we can. So this is a very significant moment, not only for me as a Damara woman, but for the rest of the Namibian folks out there watching today. I think it's important, and it's a wake-up call to ensure that we invest our time in really finding our tracks in history.
Absolutely. And it even would serve a better purpose to also have other cultures as well, also learning from one another. But of course, you know that this is going to be a festival, and apart from the much education we're going to be learning from this, we can't go without entertainment. And the tože must be part of it. So please tell us about the tože music that, of course, is going to be expected, and who is set to perform live at this event coming this weekend? Well,
we have two main performers, which is Primrose. She's new on the block, very vibrant female, and energetic on the stage. And then we have Marftown. He's the former winner of the next Magdalena Star competition. And not only are we having the two of them, we're also having the top 8 finalists of the next Magdalena Star competition. We presented them with a platform to also just promote themselves as a pre-show for the folks that will be there, as their show will be at the end of this month. On the 27th, they will be having their show. So this is also just going to be a pre-show for them to acquaint themselves with the audience and showcase what it is that they have. So we're looking forward to great and exciting entertainment for the folks that are coming up on Saturday.
Absolutely. Apart from the performances, I do know of some games, traditional games also taking place. What are some of them that you can share with us? And how does one have to prepare themselves ahead of this festival when it comes?
Well, in terms of traditional games, we looked at something that is not too physical but more mental. We're introducing something called the Damaradi 30 seconds, something very exciting. We want to see, and very popular, but we're now trying to have it in such a way that young folks are able to learn about their culture. I mean, stuff around their history, and we just want to prick their brains and see how much do you really know. Within 30 seconds, make it happen. We're also having your olden days plays such as the Askies. Askies is it's a little hole with 20 stones that you throw up So we're having that.
Okay.
We have dominoes, we have cards. We also have a blend of your modern types of games as well. We're also looking at canvas painting competitions, and obviously also looking at rope jumping and stuff like that. So we've incorporated a bit of a homey effect for the entire family to experience.
Very true. And looking for, I'm just imagining all of this event unfolding in front of me, in front of me. I really can't wait to just do that. Of course, as a Vambo man myself, I just, I'm getting this cross-cultural atmosphere that this is going to serve for not only me, but a lot of people.
Yes.
So as a young person, trying to, teach not only Damara people, but of course other cultures as well about this tradition. How important really is it for you to just share this knowledge to other people, and of course using that as an impact of cultural entrepreneurship?
I can't stress this enough in terms of market access. If you look at the folks in Kavango East, the market access only ends in Kavango region. Not much is permeable into the Windhoek market. So in terms of cross-cultural merging, we are looking at ensuring that we do not only establish a platform for our folks, but also for all the other cultures to just come see what it is that we really do, what are truly known as Damara artifacts. What is it that people can relate to? What is that one thing that you would be able to pick out? But it's also a reiteration, so to say, that other cultures should also not only come and enjoy the moment, but learn and take this back to their places or to their place of origin to ensure that similar activities are awoken within the country. Because I can't stress this enough. I keep saying this because the mere fact that culture dictates our identities, it is time to ensure that we do not lose touch of who we are and what we stand for. So cross-cultural and ensuring that other people also get to experience, momentarily to experience and understand the background of why we are doing this, and ensuring that cultural entrepreneurs do not only gain the access, but also gain the exposure and gain market-relevant knowledge. I mean, you could come there and be interested in maybe an artifact and you would want to know who the supplier is. It's a great platform for you to interact with this person and sort of like purchase from him, and also maybe on a large scale get stuff from him. So it's unlimited. We're just ensuring that there's market access through promoting this, guys.
Absolutely. Lastly, before we let you go, Steffi, just for the viewers who might have missed it, where is this event going to take place, and at what time, and what are the damages at the gate?
We are not going to be very expensive. It's $30. It's at Moses van der Bijl School. For adults, it's $30 Namibian. For kids, it's $10. And for parking, it's $10 Namibian as well. We invite each and every one of you to come and dine with our culture. We're going to have for everybody in your household something to do. So you need to bring your mom, you need to bring your granny, you can bring your boyfriend, your husband, even your sides are welcome, because it's going to be an activity-filled day, and definitely one moment to not only experience true Namibian culture, but experience cross-cultural conversations as well. A brilliant platform to ensure that cultural entrepreneurship is the new way forward in this country.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Steffi, for being with us. And of course, we can't wait to see this event coming this weekend. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me.
Steffi Skrywer from the Stiriken Horokhoes Cultural Market Day that is, of course, taking place this coming weekend at the Moses van der Bijl School. Of course, just talking to us about what it is, its importance, and of course, what we can expect coming this weekend. We are now going to take a short break and give you more on the NBC. Don't go away.